Hey everyone, welcome back to Williamson Ridge Outdoors. Today we're taking another quick look at our Milwaukee M18 Fuel 21-inch self-propelled lawnmower. We've got some really high grass out here by the barn that hasn't been mowed this year, and I thought this would be the perfect test just to see what this mower can actually do. So as you can see, here's my knee, and this grass is pretty much knee high. Now it's not like that through the entire area, but there's just patches that are really tall and thick. And then there's some places, over in here that's really tall and thick. So it's a good combination of kind of getting into some heavy grass, some thick, tall stuff, and then kind of moving into some lighter grass. But I'm gonna mow this area today with the push mower, and we're just gonna see if it can do it. I know that typically a gas mower would have trouble cutting through this and spitting it out, and you'd be fighting with clogs and all that kind of stuff. I've had really good experience so far with this mower. I have not even had it clog up. Not one single time has it clogged up. So just as a reference, this grass right here is right at 2 feet tall. In fact, it's actually taller than that, but 2 feet is right here, and that's kind of where the majority of the grass is up to. So there's some places, this is about 15 inches. Over in here, we're about 12 inches right there. And then again, over in here, we're about 12, 13 inches. So this is a pretty good area, some pretty thick grass. I'm not gonna try to start the mower in this grass. I'm gonna raise it up because that's asking a lot for any mower. If you were trying to do this with a gas mower, you couldn't pull start it in this stuff. So I'm gonna start it up and get it going, and then we're gonna start seeing what it does. I'm pretty impressed with this mower. I was expecting to maybe find its limits with that grass, but you know, it only had patches, so it wasn't like going through it non-stop. But you know, on some previous mowers actually that I've tried, if you dropped them onto a big patch of grass, then they would actually stall because the motor wouldn't kick up and rev up quick enough in order to, you know, add that extra power that it needs to cut those patches. This one doesn't do that, and you could see in some of those patches, it would actually stop the mower, and the self-propelled would just be sitting there spinning, and it would actually kind of raise up the front and drop it down on that patch because the grass was so tall and so thick in those places. So I'm surprised that once it actually kind of got over on that it didn't, you know, stall out or something, but it didn't. It just powered right through it. And something that I am probably the most impressed with is the fact that this thing has not stopped up still. And even with that big thick grass, and I even ran back over some of those places, and that didn't cut every piece of grass on the first pass. I had to make a second pass, but a lot of that's because the grass is so tall that it won't go up in the deck. It lays it flat and then kind of, you know, cuts a little bit on it or whatever. And any mower would do that in this really tall grass. You'd have to kind of go back and maybe hit it a second time. I know even my zero-turn mower, if I would have come out here and mowed it and tried to go one pass, I would have definitely had to do it twice because it would leave those strands of grass sticking up. So this is a pretty bold statement, but I believe that this is the best push mower that I've ever owned, between whether it be gas or battery, either one. I believe this is the best. So now I haven't owned hundreds. I've only owned a few throughout the years, and I've had, you know, gas mowers that'll last you 15, 20 years. And I've had several battery mowers here in the last little bit to kind of compare these two. And another thing too, I have this set down on the setting 3, which is pretty close to the ground, which is about where you would usually cut a lawn usually, unless you just really like your grass like really close. But typical lawn, this is on setting 3. It goes all the way up to 7. So it's pretty close to the ground. It only leaves the grass about 2 or 3 inches tall. So we're taking off a lot at one time. I can't be more impressed with a battery-powered mower. Now, it does come with a price tag. It is definitely not an inexpensive battery mower. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, make sure to hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever I upload new videos, and we'll see you on the next one.